Time now for Sid Sixero. This is where I get 60 seconds to talk with my mouth. Start the clock, please. Here's what's on my mind this morning. Life is good if you're Jack Campbell. Not only has he proven himself as a bona fide starting goaltender for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but he did something the other night most athletes dream of doing. Go back to your former club and win and stick it to them. That's what happened Wednesday. Leafs beat LA 6-2. It was February of 2020 when the Kings said goodbye to Campbell, trading him to Toronto. One of the best deals GM Kyle Dubas ever made. Campbell looks like he was born to wear the blue and white. And if he keeps it up, it might not be the only blue and white he wears this season. Maybe this. Huh? The blue and white and red of Team USA, who are preparing for next year's Winter Games in Beijing. Campbell recently spoke to Team USA head coach and Penguins bench boss Mike Sullivan. Apparently, the talk went well. Campbell is on a roll, playing the best hockey of his life, and he's wearing it well. Kyle Bukauskas of Hockey Night in Canada and Sportsnet joining us from Pittsburgh, where he's going to be covering the Penguins and the Habs tomorrow night on national television. Kyle, it's great to see you. Let's talk Campbell here. Are you buying into the Olympics talk? I didn't think we'd be here at this stage, but he's one of the nicest guys in the game. I'm elated for him. Do you buy that hype?
I do, just because you look at his performance so far this season, Sid, I don't think you could ignore it. Now, at this stage, I would have to think, I don't know for sure, but guys like Connor Hellebuck, John Gibson probably have the inside track, but there's got to be some honest conversation going on with Mike Sullivan and his staff at USA Hockey about at least considering him for the number 3 job. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? Because when you talked about February 2020, I mean, at that time, they were just acquiring him as somebody that's a little more reliable than the Michael Hutchinsons of the world to give Frederik Andersen a bit of a break at the time. And for him to emerge the way he has, it's been a really remarkable story.
Kyle, you're around this Leafs team a lot. Is what you see what you get with Jack Campbell? Because he looks adorable.
Yeah, we keep waiting for like something to suggest that that's not the case, Sid. But even as his role has grown, has his profile in a big market like Toronto, I mean, you've heard Sheldon Keefe say multiple times, as everything has changed in that sense in terms of his personality, how he deals with teammates, the staff around the rink, that's all remained the same. I just think this is a guy who went through a stretch early in his career, drafted high, took a long time to finally establish himself in the NHL. I don't think he takes any of this for granted, and you can just see it with the way he treats everyone around him. He's just grateful for where he is.
We got about 40 seconds or so. The other aspect to that game against the Kings the other night, 6 goals scored, 6 different goal scorers. Like the reliance on the core 4 here with the Leafs, you're seeing things that long term, if they continue, make this, or at least gives off the impression it is a different Leafs team than we've seen the last few years.
Right. Like the goals haven't gone in collectively as a group at the same rate that it has in the past. Said even 5-on-5 scoring isn't where it was. But I just think they've got a group now. Like think of that checking line between Kampf and Cash. I know that's not maybe the sexiest headlines, but that's something that Sheldon Keefe has really looked to have as something to rely upon and free up the top guys to get more opportunities offensively. The chances have been there, the zone time, all of that. The goals just haven't gone in yet. But how they're playing as a group, I think, suggests that they're okay defensively. And over time, I think the shooting percentages and all that are going to balance themselves out. This team's too good for it not to be.
Leafs and Sharks tonight on Sportsnet Ontario. Habs take on the Penguins tomorrow. Kyle's in Pittsburgh. That's the game he's working on Hockey Night in Canada. Kyle, appreciate you, man. Have a good broadcast tomorrow. See you soon. Thank you, sir.